If I were Cathie Wood, I wouldn't sleep well at night. I mean, I already don't sleep well at night, but if I were Cathie Wood, I wouldn't sleep any better. Because over the last year, all of her funds have taken a major hit with declines of 50% or more. But that's nothing compared to her flagship Ark Invest Innovation Fund, which is down an incredible 60% for the year and a staggering 80% from its all-time high. So what's the deal? Well, while everyone else is worried about inflation, Cathie Wood has been placing big bets on deflation. But is she right though? And more importantly, can her funds survive this downturn? Well, in this video, we'll take a look at all of that and try to understand her contrarian view. And if you are either short or long on Ark Invest, you definitely don't want to miss the end of this video, as we'll go through Cathie Wood's 5 biggest holdings right now. Now, to be straightforward with you guys, as a technology optimist, I believe that Ark Invest technology research and market analysis will hit the spot in the long run. But there's no denying that many of Cathie Wood's predictions haven't come true. Well, at least not yet. And the question is, how long will it take for her market thesis to prove correct? It's a tricky one, but one thing is for sure. I'll be keeping a close eye on Ark Invest's progress, and I suggest you do as well. Cathie believes that technology is driving a massive shift in how the world works, and that this shift is creating a world of new investment opportunities in areas like electric vehicles, robotics, genetic medicine, and more. So it's no surprise that she recently upped her stake in Tesla by $13.7 billion, despite the fact that Tesla shares have fallen more than 65% and the company didn't meet its growth target for 2022. But here's the question on everyone's mind. Is Cathie seeing something the rest of the market is missing, especially with the high interest rates and the Federal Reserve's prediction that they'll continue to rise in 2023? Let's take a look at what she said in the last episode of In the Know for 2022, where she really answers some of the biggest questions that everyone's been asking about Ark Invest lately. And for the sake of full transparency, this clip has been edited by the brilliant YouTube channel ticker symbol U.
Why do we believe that now is a once-in-a-century investment opportunity? Well, a couple of reasons. We know that we're getting a lot of deflationary signals, but the Fed isn't really buying into that yet. And we also know that the market always leads the Fed. So inflation will come down, and innovation actually is going to be part of that equation. We have corporations now experiencing margin pressure, and we have individuals, consumers, perhaps worrying about their jobs. And when we get into a period like this, businesses and consumers are willing to change the way they do things, and they embrace innovative solutions to their problems. Now, this once in a century is not an understatement. Our confidence there is building. We've been right on the inventory build, the commodity price decline, and I think normally the market would have responded already. The market is waiting for the Fed. And we think the Fed's rhetoric will change first, and then its actions will change. And we think that's all going to take place in 2023. Given that our strategy our strategies from their peaks have dropped anywhere from 60 to 80% since February of 21. So this has been almost 2 years. Why do we not turn defensive like most managers are doing? We do one thing. We do not pretend to be an asset allocator. We are our research and our investments are centered on disruptive innovation. And so when advisors and individuals choose our strategy, they're not choosing it alone. They have more diversified portfolios, of course, and therefore we would never be using cash. We would expect advisors and individuals to basically raise cash and segregate it from their investment portfolios. In terms of our strategies, we, during downturns, concentrate towards our highest conviction names. History would suggest that that concentration strategy plays out very well in the subsequent rebounds. And we do think this rebound will be quite powerful. The inflation rate has peaked. Almost every measure of inflation has peaked. So typically, that's a good thing for innovation. But as I just mentioned, I think the market is so skittish and has been so terrorized by the most rapid increase in interest rates ever. We have never seen an 18-fold increase in interest rates within 1 year. So we have an incredible amount of fear in the market, and that actually is the best time to average into these markets. The best time to invest, according to Warren Buffett and the great investors of our time and of all time, is when markets are deeply into bear territory.
Before we take a look at the stocks that make up Cathie Wood's 5 biggest holdings, there are a couple of important things to keep in mind here. Cathie's funds are actively managed, and when it comes to the stocks that are being added to the Ark Invest funds, timing is everything. Being too early can be just as detrimental as being wrong, but while others are playing it safe with cash, bonds, or diversifying to manage their risk, Cathie Wood has been doubling down on her highest conviction positions with the Ark Invest funds. It might seem crazy, and you may be right, but this is how her investment funds are set up. Also worth noticing is that Cathie believes that there will be a change in the position of the Federal Reserve. Although there have been definitely a lot of deflationary signals, the Federal Reserve isn't budging. However, Cathie is confident that the Federal Reserve will eventually pivot and reduce interest rates this year, which is a different outlook than what most other market players expect.
Ultimately, that question about how high to raise rates is going to be one that we make looking at our progress on inflation, looking at where financial conditions are, and making an assessment of whether policy is restrictive enough. I've told you today we have an assessment that we're not at a restrictive enough stance, even with today's move, and we've laid out our individual assessments of what we would need to do to get there. At a certain point, though, that we'll get to that point, and then the question will be how long do we stay there? And the strong view on the committee is that we'll need to stay there, until we're really confident that inflation's coming down in a sustained way, and we think that will be some time.
The Federal Reserve has consistently raised their expectations for interest rates at nearly every meeting in 2022. Additionally, between the most recent 2 meetings, the Federal Reserve's expectations for interest rates in 2023 increased by another 0.5%, and they anticipate a 0.25% increase in 2024 and 2025. Interest rates are at their highest since the 1980s and 90s, with companies such as Amazon laying off thousands of workers. Cathie understands the importance of her portfolio surviving long enough to make profits at the end of the day, and this is why she is not afraid to make bold moves in the current market. But as promised, I'll go over Ark Investment's biggest positions, and maybe this can act as an inspiration for you as well. But before I do, please like this video if you got any value out of it, and subscribe to the channel if you want more stories like this. Okay, so here is a quick rundown of the top 5 holdings of Ark Investment right now. At number 5 is Block Inc. Block Inc. is a fintech company that specializes in providing financial services using blockchain technology. The company's main focus is on creating decentralized financial services and products that are accessible to everyone regardless of their location or economic status. Block Inc.'s flagship product is a mobile wallet that allows users to store, transfer, and trade cryptocurrencies. At number 4, we have Roku. This company is changing the way we watch TV. They've made streaming easy and accessible for everyone, from their affordable streaming devices to their platform that brings together all your streaming services in one place. Now, the stock market performance has been rather depressing over the course of the past year, falling close to 71%, so whether that's a good buy at this price is up to you. The third biggest holding of Ark Invest is Tesla. Tesla stock has experienced a significant decline of 65% over the past year due to concerns about production and demand challenges. Additionally, investors have expressed dissatisfaction with CEO Elon Musk's focus on his recent acquisition of Twitter. Despite this, Tesla remains a major holding in the Ark Innovation ETF. The second biggest holding of Ark Invest right now is Zoom Video. This company has revolutionized the way we do business, the way we connect with friends and family, and also the way we learn, as they're the leader in video conferencing. Their platform is also user-friendly, reliable, and secure, and it's been a lifesaver for so many people during the pandemic. However, their stocks have been rather dismal over the last year, falling close to 60%. Cathie Wood still holds tight, and according to her and many others, the company is significantly undervalued. Now, the last company and Ark Invest's biggest holding is Exact Sciences Corp. Exact Sciences Corp is a powerhouse in the world of molecular diagnostics, and let me tell you, they're making some serious waves in the industry. They're all about early detection and prevention of some of the most deadly forms of cancer, and they're doing it in a big way. Their flagship product, Cologuard, is a non-invasive colon cancer screening test that uses DNA and RNA markers to detect abnormal cells in a patient's stool sample. It's a massive game changer, trust me. But they're not just stopping there. They're also developing liquid biopsy tests for other types of cancer like liver and lung cancer. Recently, the stock has performed extremely well, more than doubling its market value since November. Now, if you want to learn more about why Cathie Wood still believes Tesla will revolutionize transport, watch this video. And make sure to subscribe to Profit Protection to see more great content like this.